Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors unto the elders, apostles at Great Millstone, the elders at Great Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the sincere servants of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, serving him in truth and sincerity. So, coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. This lesson is going to be based off of this video right here from the channel GMS News 1. And it's entitled, The Beast System is Right in Your Face. So let's go ahead and play this video. If you don't already know, the beast, within the scriptures, the Revelation speaks about the beast. That beast, for example, in Revelation 13, is speaking about the NATO and the EU.
All right, so we're going through Houston Airport, doing all biometrics now. Check it out. Welcome to 1984.
And you're in the exit row, so willing and able to assist? Thank you.
On the blue dot. Folks, have your passports out this time. Passports out, please. Going up.
Thank you, Nicholas. You're all set.
Thank you. All right, so you saw it. No passport, no boarding pass. Tell me what you think about that in the comments. Is that convenience or beginning of the end? Let me know.
So as you can see, now he said within the Houston airport, basically they're scanning faces now. They're doing facial recognition. And what's the point of that? I mean, first they started out with boarding passes. Then they basically moved to the digital boarding passes. But now you can use your phone to scan your ticket. Now they're doing facial recognition. So we're obviously moving into something. And keep in mind, facial recognition is really unnecessary. So we already know where this is headed. Revelation 13 and 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast is a system." It's ultimately the NWO that Esau will bring upon the earth. The beast is the EU and NATO. The NATO and the EU. That's a beast. And they're coming. Well, I mean, right now they're speaking about this global treaty they're about to make. Because ultimately Esau wants the NWO to be on a planet. Basically where you have no freedom, which we already have no freedom within society. But, hey, literally everything, man, will be controlled. Because we know what that main thing is going to be within this NWO. That's basically going to... we already know what's going to be ran off of this system. And we're going to get to that. It says that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as will not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. So if you don't bow down to this new system, if you don't bow down to these new laws and guidelines that Esau will bring upon the earth very soon, and we're currently transitioning into this NWO, where you will have no control. Hey, so if you don't worship this image of the beast, if you don't bow down to this system, then hey, you're going to be killed or you're going to be casted out of the society, because we know what's coming. Next verse says, Revelation 13 and 16, "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And we know that Esau will bring a mark. And this mark will be that key into this society, because if you don't have this mark, then you simply won't be able to be a part of this society. So unless you have this mark, and keep in mind, when you go into this word mark within in Greek, it's the Greek word charagma. And let's go ahead and get it real quick. As you can see, I'm getting it right now. The word for mark. So it says a stamp, an imprinted mark, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And the Antichrist is not just one person. The Antichrist represents simply anyone who's not for Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. If you're not for Yahushua, meaning if you're not for Yahushua, and basically for the scriptures, for the Most High, meaning you're not following after the Most High, you're doing wickedness, you're wicked, you're following after Satan, then that will make you Antichrist. It says, a thing carved, sculpture, graven, work. So this is obviously something physical. This is not something spiritual, like some guys like to say. This is something physical, and Esau will bring literally a physical mark within a society. And we know that mark to be the RFID implant. As you can see right here, this thing right here, and easily by the time that they mandate this, which is definitely right around the corner, hey, they could have even something smaller. But this right here that you see in these pictures that I'm showing you, this right here is the MOTB. And this right here is the RFID implant that they would cause, or they would try to make all the earth, literally everybody on the planet Earth, take. So going back to Revelation 13 and 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So whether you're rich, poor, in jail, free, whether you're very prominent within society, you're just a regular average Joe, Esau's gonna try to cause all people to take it. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So that right there is a requirement for you to buy or sell in the very near upcoming future. If you don't have this MOTB, if you don't have this RFID implant, then you simply won't be able to buy or sell. And you simply won't be able to be a part of this society. And that right there is going to be the deal breaker, man, or not the deal breaker, but that right there is going to be the temptation that many people fall for. That right there is a great temptation, not be able to buy or sell within society. You won't be able to get any food, go to the grocery store, pay your bills. You won't be able to pay your basically for your place. You won't be able to have a job. So that right there is going to be a huge temptation, and most people will fall for it. The Lord will keep the elect of the nation of Israel from taking this MOTB, because we know that there's a judgment written about for those who take this MOTB in Revelation chapter 14. Ultimately, you're going to receive destruction from the Lord. And ultimately, you're going to have part in that second death that's coming upon Babylon the Great. Meaning, the second death is the lake of fire within Babylon the Great. The lake of fire is going to be the result of nuclear missiles being shot upon Babylon the Great, which is America. Because we know World War III is prophesied within the scriptures. So during World War III, all the other nations will make an alliance with each other to take down America, Babylon the Great, which is known as the whore. Why? Because all the other nations flock to America, take America's ways, take America's traditions and philosophies and way of living. Also, many nations sell to America, and they got rich off America. That's why America is known as that whore, because many other nations used America and took America's ways in order to become wealthy, to become rich. So it says, verse 18, here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Yeah, 60 means 60. So what do you think that means? 666. So we know that that's Esau's number, 666. And if you already know, Esau is a so-called white man. Those are the biblical Edomites, man, because look at what they're doing to the planet Earth. They currently have all the power. They currently run the earth by the sword. As Isaac gave Esau his blessing, basically to have the fatness of the earth, to do a heaven, meaning that he'll be able to have all these resources. And second of that, he has a blessing of the sword. So he's able to use the sword. meaning his military, his modern day weapons, his missiles, his fighter jets, his tanks. He's able to use the sword to literally raid all these other nations to obtain all these valuable resources, right? Well, you got cobalt, lithium, and I mean, we already know Esau has all the gold within his vaults. So he got all these precious materials and resources. Why? Because he's been given the dew of heaven. He's been given the fatness of the earth. He's been given the power to rule over the earth with his sword. Esau was also born red, like a hairy garment, meaning that he's born without pigment. Because and the reason why we say so-called white man, so-called white people, is because no one on this planet Earth is white. The white, like a white t-shirt or a white car. Nah, man. You're either you lack pigment, meaning that you have a pinkish, reddish tone, or you're a different shade of brown. So the reason why the earth is in the state that it is right now, all this wickedness going upon the planet Earth, man, the earth is literally in disorder, in disarray, is because Esau is running the earth. Scriptures say how when the righteous ruleth, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn. And everybody's mourning right now, because this devil, Esau, the physical counterpart of Satan, is ruling. So as you can see, gonna play the video again.
All right, so we're going through Houston Airport, doing all biometrics now. Check it out. Welcome to 1984.
You're all set. And you're in the exit row with Loso. Willing and able to assist? Thank you.
On the blue dot. Folks, have your passports out this time. Passports out, please. Going up.
Thank you, Nicholas. You're all set.
Thank you. All right, so you saw it. No passport, no boarding pass. Tell me what you think about that in the comments. Is that convenience or beginning of the end? Let me know.
And without a doubt, we are at the end. And this happening, basically all these new systems being put in place, it's just the setup to prepare for the MOTB, this new system, which is the NWO, and the new system will be ran off of this MOTB. The access to the new system will be the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which Esau will mandate. And again, the mark of the beast is the RFID implant. And only the elect, or really, the Lord is going to keep the nation, the elect of the nation of Israel, the Israelites, the elect Israelites from taking this MOTB. The hour of temptation that's spoken about. Let me get it real quick to end it off. Revelation 3:10. It says, and this is a red letter, by the way, meaning that Yahushai, the Son of the Heavenly Father, is speaking. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Meaning for those who have been serving the Lord, for those who are repentant, speaking about the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, and of course, those scattered amongst the other nations who have the appearance of the other nations, but the sea line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because if you have the spirit to repent, to follow after this word, to actually believe on this word 100% truth and sincerity, then, hey, you're an Israelite. No heathen will have the ability to actually follow after this truth. And 100% truth and sincerity. The heathen aren't set up that way. The heathen are set up to follow after idols, to follow after their own gods, their own false idols and gods. So it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, doing the Lord's will, doing his work, being patient, keeping the Lord's commandments, and doing what he said to do, not being wicked and going off, but being righteous and following after Yahushua. It says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the hour of temptation is when the mark of the beast will be mandated. When the RFID implant is mandated, that will be the hour of temptation. And most people, the majority of people, man, will fall for this hour of temptation. Take the MOTB, take the mark of the beast, and the Lord will destroy them. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them to dwell upon the earth. Because again, you won't be able to buy or sell or do nothing. That's the level of how the MOTB will be mandated. You won't be able to be a part of the society. So yeah, I just want to bring that out quick. Lord's will, you brothers out there edified. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Brakathum, Shalom.